Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back for a new video where we are once again going to talk about the new exciting features that come with Swift new structured concurrency. This time we are going to talk about the @main_actor API that is going to enable us to easily mark the code that we want to be run only on the main thread. But before we talk about this new API, I actually want us to start and begin by just, remind ourselves why it's important for some code to actually run on the main thread. So as you can see here, I have a view controller. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. And as you can see, there is only one element in the UI. So it's a UI label. And I have only implemented view_did_load. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to introduce a function that is going to allow me to retrieve some data. So as you can see, I have called my function getData. It's an asynchronous function. It works with a completion handler. And as you can see in the implementation, I have made sure that the completion handler is actually going to be called from a background thread and not from the main thread. And that's important to have this situation because it's something that happens a lot in real code. For instance, if you make a network call, well, the result of the network call will not be made on the main thread because actually when you make a network call, you want it to happen in the background in order not to block the UI of your app. So let's try and use this function and actually try to update our label with the content returned by the function. So as you can see, I have, my data. And now what I want to do is that I want to update the text of the label using the data. So just in order to make sure that I'm not creating a return cycle, I'm going to take the time to add a weak self-capture to the closure. So here the code is correct in the sense that it's going to build, but if I try to run it and I bring the console up a little bit, I think we're going to have a bad surprise. So as you can see at runtime, there was a crash. I'm sure many of you were actually able to anticipate it because, the reason for it is quite common. And let me just scroll back a little bit and you can see that it says UI API called on a background thread. So that's one of the rules when you use UIKit is that UIKit object can only be used from the main thread. If you try to access them from any other thread, well, your app will crash and it's on purpose because it's a way for UIKit to avoid a lot of problems like race conditions. So if you're familiar with UIKit, well, you might also know this solution to solve the issue. So to call DispatchQueue, get the main queue, then call the async method on it. And in this block of code, you're going to add your code to update the UI. And now by having added this code right here, we are now certain that this code will only be run on the main thread. And if I run my app again, well, this time everything works properly and I no longer have a crash. So it's great, everything works, but as we can see, it's quite dangerous and it's quite error prone because if by mistake I forget to add this piece of code, well, my code is going to build normally, but at runtime, I will have a crash. So as you can see, having a mechanism to make sure at compile time that a given piece of code will always be run on the main thread can be extremely valuable. And this is exactly what @main_actor is going to bring us. So in order to use @main_actor, we need to write code that leverages Swift new structured concurrency. And it means no longer calling function at work with completion handler, but only async functions. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to introduce a new async version of the getData function. Now, I'm not going to go into details in how I am implementing this function. You can just see that it's a wrapper around the existing function. But if you want to know the logic of this code, well, I've already made a video about it. So the link is appearing somewhere on the screen and you can go check it out. In this video, we are only going to focus on how calling this new function can enable us to work with this new @main_actor API. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to actually remove my code. I'm going to create a new async block of code because I want to call an async method. So I'm going to call getData. So I need to have a wait in front of it because it's an async function. And now I'm going to use the return value and I'm going to assign it to the text on the label. So label.text equal await get data. So as you can see, I have not written anywhere that this code, this assignment right here, must be run on the main thread. So I'm going to run my code and well, we'll see what happens. So I've just run the code and there hasn't been any crash. So it means that, well, this assignment right here has indeed been performed on the main thread. But I haven't written anything to say that, well, I want the code to run on the main thread. So let's just solve the mystery. And to do it, I just need to do an option click on the type UI label. And as you can see, it's still a class, but this class is now annotated with @main_actor. And what this annotation does is that now, whenever we are using UI label in an async context, well, the compiler will make sure that the instance is indeed manipulated from the main thread. The compiler can do it because the annotation is defined at compile time. So at compile time, the compiler can see that the text property is declared on a label and that the label is of type UI label and that UI label is annotated with @main_actor. So the compiler has all the information to generate the correct code. And what's great is that we only had to declare on the type UI label that all access must happen on the main thread, and that's it. At the call side, everything else is completely seamless. So we no longer have to make sure that we call DispatchQueue.main.async every time. Instead, we can just add one annotation on the type that must be accessed only from the main thread. And as you can imagine, it's a much more manageable way to solve the issue. Something that's also super important to understand correctly is that this new @main_actor annotation will only have an effect when we are using Swift new structured concurrency feature. So here it works because we are in an async context. But if you remember in my previous code, when I was using the label inside a completion handler, I still had a crash, even though label was annotated with @main_actor. So you need to be careful. @main_actor will only work when using the new structured concurrency, but whenever you are using older code that works with a completion handler, you will not get any benefit even though the annotation will still be present on the type UI label. So we've seen that @main_actor is super useful whenever we are dealing with objects from UIKit, but what's right is that this annotation is actually not private to UIKit and we are totally free to use it into our own code. So to show you how we can use it, I'm going to introduce a new type. So you can see it's a very simple type. I've called it printer. So it's a class and it has one method called doYourThing. And what it does is that it prints a statement and this statement uses this API right here that states whether or not we are on the main thread. And so having this code, well, is going to allow us to really understand how @main_actor work when we use it on our own code. So let's try and call this new function. So I'm going to create a new async context. And inside this context, well, I'm going to create a printer and I'm going to call the method doYourThing on the printer. And now I'm going to run my code and we're going to see what happens. So as you can see on the print statement, we are indeed on the main thread. And it makes sense because we are in view_did_load, we are calling a method, and we just haven't done anything that would have made us switch to a background thread. So here indeed we are on the main thread, but we could say it's just a coincidence and there is nothing in the code that forces this method to always be called on the main thread. And a way to see it is that if instead of using async to create a local task, so I'm going to use async detached this time, so I'm going to create a detached task, I'm going to run my code once again, and you can see now that his main thread is false, so now we are no longer on the main thread. So it's a problem because maybe we would like to always make sure that this function runs on the main thread. So let's try and use main_actor to solve this issue. So as we've seen, we can, well, annotate the type with @main_actor. So I can do it just like this. So now we are going to see that I will have an error in my code. It's because whenever we are using a method from a main_actor, well, we need to mark it with await because it can create a suspend point. So we need to be explicit about it. So I have added await. And now if I run my code once again, well, you can see that now this method will always be called on the main thread because the class is annotated with @main_actor. So something that's also worth noting is that, of course, we can annotate a type, but we are also allowed to annotate only one function. So if, for instance, there is only one function in a type that manipulates the UI, well, it might make sense to only annotate this function with @main_actor, because this way, well, only this function will need to have its call site marked with await, and the rest of the type, well, you'll be able to use it just like any regular type. And now let me give you one last piece of information before we end this video. So we've seen that we can annotate either a class or just a method with @main_actor in order to force it to always be executed from the main thread. But let's say that we want to do the opposite, that we want to still, well, annotate the class with @main_actor, and let's say that this specific method, we want it to be able to be run from any thread, and we don't want to force it to be run from the main thread. Well, we can also achieve this goal, and for this, we need to use the new keyword non-isolated. And what non-isolated does is that it says, well, I know that my type is annotated with @main_actor, and so by default, every method on the type will run on the main actor, but for this specific method, I am removing this obligation. And so now if I run the code, well, you can see that now it states that we are no longer on the main thread. So now this code is no longer required to follow the @main_actor directive. Okay, so that's it. This time it's the end of the video. So as you've seen, @main_actor is really a super useful new feature of Swift, because basically it allows us to just get rid of an entire kind of crash that we could have in our app whenever we were, well, manipulating a UI object from a background crash. And what's great is that everything is happening at compile time. Everything is happening through annotation that are part of our source code. So it means that by looking at our code, it's much easier to reason on how it's going to run at runtime. And this way, it will make it a little bit easier to avoid a frustrating crash that happens once your app has shipped. So as always, if you have also experimented with @main_actor, well, please share in the comment what you have learned. I'm super curious to know about it. Thank you for watching this video, and see you next time.